You know, some days we get tired of the 50-hour-long narratives full of a ridiculous amount of exposition and would rather just sit down, grab a drink, and play a great beat 'em up. Luckily, a few weeks back, a brand new title hit Steam that was full of potential and promise. This is the Bombchu review for I Am the Hero. I Am the Hero presents itself as a tongue-in-cheek 8-bit beat 'em up where you take on the role of hero who travels through time and worlds looking to beat up bad guys. From the start, the story immediately dismisses itself as there is no true motivation. Perhaps this was for the best, however, as the game's current translations have a lot to be desired. Many of the story sequences fall flat when the translated text made us tilt our heads trying to get exactly what they were going for. I Am the Hero begins to show its stuff, however, in its sharp and deliberate design. Each environment and enemy are inspired and full of life. From the outset, a sign showcasing the controller layout blips into existence in an organic and interesting way. It immediately caught our eye and gave us instructions without taking away from the game itself. Later, there are some minor tutorials, but giving that up before the game began was a nice and novel touch. The core gameplay, as mentioned before, is a beat 'em up where your character has access to the typical arsenal, including punches, kicks, and grabs, as well as a whole lot more. The developers seem to be fans of Street Fighter, however, as they also added in certain button prompts that can activate EX moves as well as air juggles. The whole system takes a little getting used to, but once we got enough experience in, we became able to juggle and manage hordes of enemies at once. Hero also has access to a Juggernaut type ability that makes him unable to be stopped during combos and was essential for certain encounters. The bosses in the game are the true adversaries as they embody the full ambiance of the level and often have EX attacks of their own. It was satisfying to be able to also juggle these bad boys after a little effort and effectively get rewarded for increasing skill with the game. While the game does suffer from some minor text translations, the combat and visual style more than make up for it. What stood out most to us though was how sharp and amazing the sound design was. Specifically on one level, you can hear the footsteps on the water as well as thunder in the distance. Not to mention, every punch sounds meaty and adds a nice weighty feel to the combos. We were ready for a brand new game to really mash buttons and do lots of punishment on, and luckily, I Am the Hero kicked off 2017 with a bang. That's why this game is highly recommended to anyone that loved the Scott Pilgrim game or other classic fighters from back in the day. Devs, if you're watching this, please just shoot us an email so we can fix your translations and make your great game even better. It's for these reasons we give I Am the Hero a curb stomping
9
out of 10.